Hi guys, if you're watching this video, it means you are considering getting a magic reading and you want to know a little more in depth as to what this is exactly. And I don't blame you. It's a little obscure, it's a little questionable, it's a little, what is this exactly? So I don't mind explaining it a little more in depth. So a magic reading, what is this? Well, it's quite magical. So these readings, I like to look at these readings as almost like an Akashic Records initiation. And the reason for this is because you as the potential client would literally be going into the Akashic Records yourself. You would be channeling, not me. Yes, at certain times throughout the reading, I would be channeling. Yes, I would be channeling before your reading just to know what the reading will be about, to have a good idea what to expect. However, it is you guys who would be channeling. And you may be thinking, I've never channeled before. I don't have gifts. I can't do this. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I challenge you to challenge yourselves. No, I'm just kidding. So this is energy work at the end of the day. And what I mean by that is, if you guys actually believe that you guys can see something, and what I mean by that is possibly see a spirit, feel a spirit, hear a spirit. If you just believe in psychics in general, that there are real psychics out there that truly exist, or mediums, whatever this looks like to you guys, or if you believe you have angels on the other side, whether this is a deceased, passed away loved one, and you believe like they have helped you at some point in your life with whatever it was, even though you have no proof whatsoever, but you just know someone on the other side was watching over you, then I believe on some type of level you have a spiritual connection. Whether you consider yourself spiritual or not, I don't think it really matters. I think what matters is that you are somewhat spiritually in tune, and it's an energy after all. And because this is energy work, you have to be open-minded. You have to be open to the fact that you believe that maybe a passed away loved one does want to communicate with you. A passed away loved one does want to send you a message and they want to show you something. If you can at least truly believe that something like that exists, then I believe that it can happen for you. And the reason I believe this is because it's energy at the end of the day. So for example, if you don't believe in this type of stuff, right? If you think this stuff is woo-woo, or if it's fake, or it's like it's another fake psychic, well then yeah, I think 1000% you would be wasting your money on this type of reading by showing up, because you're blocking that type of message from coming through because you don't believe in it. So therefore, a spirit cannot connect with you on that type of level because it's energy work. However, if you're open-minded and you believe that, yeah, I think it's possible. I've connected before with spirits on some type of level. I know something exists, because anytime something happens in my life, then synchronicities begin. All of a sudden I start seeing butterflies or a specific number, whatever it is that's your sign, right? I feel like we all have something that exists in our life for people who are spiritual or somewhat spiritually inclined. Then I think this type of reading would work for you. Like I said, it's energy work at the end of the day. The more open you are to it, the more confident you are, messages will come in. But the more closed-minded you are, or the more uncomfortable you are, the more stressed out, or if you feel pressured, like time is ticking and we're 10, 15 minutes into the reading and you still haven't seen anything, and you're feeling like pressured because you're thinking, oh no, I'm wasting money because we're almost 20 minutes in, then it's going to create a blockage and we're going to waste more time. So I hope that makes sense. The videos that I have uploaded on YouTube, most of the people, if not all of them, at some point during the reading, which it's up there for anyone and everyone to see, believed or questioned that, what if I'm making this up in my head? I don't know. Even people who actually get hypnotized question the things that they see as well. This is just how our logical mind works. So if you're not even hypnotized during these readings, which you're not hypnotized at all, you are completely awake, except I'm just asking you to close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. A little bit slower, obviously, a little more peaceful, calm, so that way, again, our energy is calm and peaceful so messages can come in. At the end of the day, a magic reading is supposed to make you feel like you had a magical experience, because that is what it truly is. It's supposed to heal you in some type of way, and that's the magical part of it, because you were able to see something that may have been in, you know, plain sight, but that's how most of us operate as humans, that our main issue, our main problem is usually right in front of us, and we can't seem to see it. We can't seem to awaken to it. Or sometimes we do, but then we forget somehow, right? Or our mind plays tricks on us, and it consciously, I don't want to say consciously, but it intentionally forgets, so we don't have to make the changes that we need to make in order to do better in our life, in order to heal, because it's comfortable in the pain, or it's comfortable in the uncomfortable. I know that sounds crazy, but that is how it works. So I'm hoping that by these readings, something triggers you guys in your mind and awakens you and inspires you and sticks with you and is able to change something in your life that helps you guys heal for the better. That's what I'm hoping. And I feel like sometimes what really helps us move, like really like helps us change for the better, is actually seeing something with our eyes, like actually seeing something in action for ourselves. And sometimes the healing process takes 10 times longer when we don't see something ourselves, right? I hope that makes sense. So through the magic readings, you're able to see it. You guys are able to see it. You don't just have a psychic, channeling and giving you the messages from spirit, and then you guys, if you're curious enough, can really think about the messages and let it sit with you, and then that can help you guys heal in some type of way. This can almost, I don't want to say expedite it, but somehow, because these readings are different, it can help you guys. It'll stick with you guys, I feel like. The magic readings that I currently have available are healing a relationship with a passed away loved one. This is where you have the potential to see a passed away loved one, and you can feel what it is they are communicating with you, if not actually hear what it is they're communicating with you. So again, because this is energy work, it really depends on how open you are to this. If you actually are into mystical things, magical things, psychic readings, tarot readings, if you are that type of person who is already into this type of stuff, I think the likelihood is way up there, for you to be able to channel, whether you have gifts or not. I do not think that matters at all. What I think matters is if you are closed-minded and you really just want to see if it works to work. I mean, you can, but I think you're going to be so disappointed. You're more than welcome to get the reading, but this is why I do have a video uploaded on this page for people to see what could potentially happen. I guess for people who are not 100% open to these types of things, I definitely don't recommend it, and I'm very upfront about it. Like I said, it's energy work, and I can't guarantee anything. I just can't. The other magic readings I have another magic reading for anyone who resonates with being a lost soul. So as long as you know your birth time, where you were born, and your birthday, I would, as long as you have your birthday, your birth time, and the location of birth, and even if you don't have this, we can still work with it. You would be channeling your blueprint, your natal chart, what it is you wanted to do before coming here, what it is your higher self has set out for you while being here in this life. And, you know, I think a lot of us disconnect from that. We get caught up in the material realm. We get caught up with what's going on in our life, and obviously that makes sense, right? But we forget things on a soul level, on a spiritual level, and it's very important to reconnect back with that. And I think a lot of people who are disconnected from that would consider this to be, you know, I don't know, like a hippie, or I don't know, people who are maybe just lost themselves. I would disagree with that. I think most people nowadays are lost souls, but they don't realize it themselves. I think if you're able to realize that you are disconnected from yourself, then you are so blessed and you are able to save yourself from being a lost soul. I don't think the lost souls who realize they're lost are lost. I think you've just started your path, your journey. And it's just a matter of figuring out the details to the rest. And with this type of magic reading, that's what you would be channeling, is what is it your highest self has set out for you to do while being here, so that way you have some guidance. It's almost as if, picture being born, okay, in this life, and then you're handed a scroll. And in this scroll, you're told, this is what you want to do in this life. Good luck. And that's it. But we don't actually get that, right? We don't really have that. We do have our natal chart, which is pretty much what I described, and we could try to figure it out, and we can to a certain degree. But that's what I feel like this magic reading can do for you guys, is set you on the right path, because you can connect with those emotions and that energy that your higher self wants you to connect to, and possibly a career, and maybe the type of partner that you actually would be more happy with. And maybe it's not the type of partner that you always thought it would be with. I feel like that's another thing a lot of us become surprised about, is on that path to discovery, discovering our soul, like who we really are. It's nothing compared to who we thought we were. And that may be shocking when you get this type of reading and to learn about these things about yourself. But I think over time, you may realize that maybe this does really resonate with you and it may help you in some type of way. For this magic reading that I offer, this is connecting you with one of your past lives. I really like this one because I love past life readings. It's just my thing. I just love it so much because I'm a firm believer that having information on your past lives can help you in your current life. And there's something to that because you can somehow connect the dots. If you believe somehow there is like an unfinished storyline playing out in your life, if you don't resonate with that, then I would say, okay, that just doesn't, that's not your story, you know? Maybe you have a whole new, brand new life you guys are starting out in this current reincarnation. I don't know. But that's just my personal belief. So I love past life readings. I feel like I always learn more about myself through them. I connect to another version of me by learning about something I did. And I just love that so much. And again, that may be something my lost souls may resonate with as well. So with the past life magic readings, you have the possibility of literally having a conversation with yourself. Yourself from a past life. Isn't that wild? So you can talk to yourself from a past life, and not just yourself. You can talk to people you were connected with in this past life, whoever was your mother, your father, siblings, friends, whoever it is that comes through, because again, you guys are the one that's channeling. You can ask them questions. Anything you want to learn about yourself. Remember, you guys are the ones going into the Akashic Records, and you guys are able to see a past life of yours. So what this means is you guys are able to see a town or a village you lived in. You guys are able to see people that you maybe saw every day, the people in the town, the village. Maybe you're going to be showing up at this house that you lived in, or maybe your job. Who knows? We don't know yet. And then you can also see a karmic contract that you had back then, and you can see what it was you were able to accomplish back then karmically, and the things that you were not able to accomplish, like the lessons that you were not able to learn, because I do believe that's how we carry over karma, past life karma. And this also connects with why sometimes we don't always get along with people in our current life, and it makes no sense, right? Like, why don't they like us, you know? And it's like, well, it could connect to bad, you know, energy from another life. Or it could be the complete opposite. You really vibe with somebody, right? And you really just don't understand why. I mean, yes, I believe it comes down to astrology at the end of the day. But I also think it comes down to past lives as well. So you were able to, it's almost like a VR experience with those games when you have that thing over your eyes, and you're able to have like that stimulation going on, and you're walking through, and you're going in a room, and you're going in the kitchen, the bathroom, wherever, and you're able to see other people, and you're able to interact with them. You're almost like going back in time. And I know that sounds hard to believe, but it's very real. I mean, just think about the psychics who do have access to the Akashic Records to give you past life readings. So that is something I'm able to provide my clients with. And I think if you guys are into these things, then this is a reading that's definitely worth trying out. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I personally love it. I have so much fun doing these things. I just love it. I love it so much. I think the difficult part to the reading is trying to leave logic at the door, and it's not realistic. You're gonna you can't. You can't shut off your mind. So my suggestion to you guys, if going into this reading or considering this reading, try to just use your intuition, go with what it is you're feeling during the reading. Even if it doesn't make any sense, usually those are the biggest like intuitive hits I've ever gotten in my life, and they always show back up. And for some reason, we seem to ignore those ones the most, right? So anyway, I think for the people who may be nervous about how long it may take in regards to the time frame for when do messages come in, when will I begin seeing things or hearing things, feeling things. Again, I can't state this enough. I can't guarantee anything because it's energy work. It really depends on you, the person, how open you are, and if this is something you genuinely want to do and try out, and if you believe in it. If it takes a while, I personally don't mind. I love it. I'm excited. So I don't care. When it comes to me asking you guys questions throughout the reading, I have to, because I need to understand what's going on. I need to understand what it is you're seeing and what it is you're feeling. Sometimes you guys aren't feeling anything. I get that a lot. Sometimes you guys are just seeing things. And because I'm able to see things and feel things and hear things, I'm able to connect the dots. And especially since I am using divination, I'm using tarot cards, oracle cards throughout the reading, I'm able to connect the dots a lot faster on my end. Now, I don't share the cards with you guys until the very end of the reading because I don't want that to mess with your head at all. I don't want it to mess with your thoughts. I want you guys to just experience the reading and the messages for what it is. And then we go over the cards. Then we go over what messages I got that I channeled before your reading, because I do channel your reading before the actual reading itself, because I need to know what it is you guys are going to possibly experience during this type of magic reading. I like to express to the client at the end of the reading that I know you did not make this up in your head. And I know you did not make this up in your head because what you expressed to me matches the tarot card or the oracle card. So usually what people are seeing, feeling, or hearing, whatever ends up happening for the client, it matches the symbols or the messages. There's some type of synchronicity going on. This is where remote viewing comes in. So for those of you who don't know, there is this practice that some people do where I could, for example, write down the number 3. I could put it in an envelope, and I could have somebody try to, see if they're able to see what's in the envelope. They can practice this for quite some time, maybe several hours, several minutes, whatever is agreed upon, and they can draw out whatever messages they believe they're getting. And these messages may relate to the meaning of number 3. So right off the bat, when I think of number 3, I think of Trinity. That's the only thing I'm thinking of right now. So I may write that out instead of actually seeing the number 3. So to me, that would be remote viewing. It may not be exactly on point. I may not have seen the number 3, but to me, I would consider that close enough. People may have different opinions, but I would take that. I would take it. So that is what is happening in every single reading. Somebody is seeing something that is matching to the imagery of the cards or the meaning of the cards. And this is, to me, closure on what can help people understand that, hey, it's not your mind playing tricks on you. This was on the cards. This is also a reason why I'm not allowing comments on this YouTube page. I'm not going to allow anybody to distort anybody's reading here with something that is supposed to be spiritual and healing. Absolutely not. People's opinions, thoughts on another's spiritual experience is not going to be tolerated here, because everybody believes they made it up in their head. So we don't need any negativity here when it comes to the healing process, the healing journey.